So it's a bit of a change for you this week. I've got the first of 3 top 10s for you now. And because it's the first 15 seconds of the video, I'm going to have to call it the bad news sandwich approach. A little bit later on, I might call it something different. So the first video is going to be something good, next will be something bad, and then something good-ish. So we'll start with 10 things that I love about GTA Online. And if you enjoy this, a like would be awesome, and subscribe for more stuff like this. So here's my top 10. At 10, it's the humour. This game is properly funny at times. Whether it's Pavel's one-liners about stealing his ex-wife's ring, or the little stories he tells you as you work.
You know, I once knew an admiral who said that swimming through an undersea pipeline was closest he felt to inner peace. An interesting man. God rest his soul. So, next up, swimming pool maintenance.
Or whether it is the greatest line ever delivered in a video game. And I'll get to that in a second, but I have to take a minute just to say that as much as we like to roast Rockstar, you have to appreciate that the same team that gave us one of the most touching moments in a game ever
may I stand unshaken amidst a crash of words.
Also gave us this.
Man, that dog high as fuck. I can tell. It's all in the eyes, man. 100% purebred, satisfied LD Organics customer right there.
Chop, what the fuck I tell you about eating weed?
You gonna have to get the little homie some snacks, because he gonna have some major munchies in a minute. Get him like a little burrito, like a monster burrito, the wet one.
So as much as I miss Trevor's unique brand of customer care, there's plenty to keep you laughing in GTA Online. At 9, it's the cars. From my favourite, the Izzy Classic, to the ones based on hypercars like the Chiron, there's a car in here for everyone, and we all know what they're based on. You can call it a Fister, but we know it's a Porsche. The amount of customisation is awesome. Some cars give more options than others, but you can go wild with each one, or you can be like me and build a fleet of orange and blue beasts. At 8, it's getting one up on a griefer. Now, there's a conversation to be had about whether griefers are everything that's bad about society, or whether they're just playing the same game as you but differently. And hint, it's this one. It's this one over here. But every now and then, it's nice to get the upper hand and give them some back. Or just sit there and watch them blow themselves up. At 7, still finding new things 10 years after launch. I'm new to GTA Online, but I've played every version of this game, from the top-down originals through GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas. I got this at launch on the PS3, so I've spent a lot of time in this map, but online mode just uses the map so much better than story mode. At 100% completion in story mode, there'll still be areas on the map you haven't visited. Not the case in online mode. And there are weird little things all over the map that just crop up and give you unexpected benefits. At 6, it's random helpers. Now this doesn't happen very often, and I have started trying to do this myself now, because it's really nice when it does. You're struggling with a cell mission, you're out of armour, low on health and about to fail, and then a level 800 comes along and destroys all the NPCs. We really need a better way to reward these. Commending them works, but it should be the case that if they collect enough rewards they get a special ability, you know, maybe something that turns oppressor rockets back at whoever fired them. I think now's a good time to watch this again. Yep. At 5, it's invite-only lobbies. Now, what more can I say about this? I use public sessions for my videos and for most of my playing, but sometimes invite-only is a lifeline, especially for the missions where Rockstar is taking the piss. You know the ones. Driving all across the map in a vehicle with a top speed of 9 and less protection than you'd get from just using harsh language. And it's not just if you need a break from the idiots. Sometimes, getting a session where you can register as a CEO or a president can be a challenge in itself. I have a limit of 2. If I can't register in 2 sessions, I'll just go invite only for a bit. At 4, it's the realism. Now this is a funny one, because you can criticise the plots and the physics. I mean, yeah, you can really criticise the physics. But I actually think that Rockstar have made a good blend of realism and cartoon-style physics. The cars and weather look stunning and they all behave differently. I like that the cars get dirty when you use them. I like that they slide in the snow, although, in general, when it comes to the snow,
I hate you.
yes, you can turn over a flipped car by steering it, which is weird, and the amount of damage doesn't always marry up with the level of the impact. But I'd like things like your character has bruises after accidents. Yes, they somehow manage to heal bullet holes using snacks and beer, which is a skill I'm quite keen to learn in real life. But all in all, it's a delicate balance, and I think they do it well. There are areas in the game that just look gorgeous, and looking at how far they came with RDR2, I just can't imagine how rich and realistic the GTA 6 environment is going to be. I can't wait to get my hands on a copy of that. At 3, it's the variety of missions. Now I'm ignoring Rockstar's growing copy and paste department here, but what I like is that once you get established, you can decide what to do when you load up. You don't have that annoying feeling when you're stuck on a boss or a level that you need to finish before you can progress in the game. Here, you just choose what you want to do. Steal cars, sell stock, go flying, do races, parachuting, heists, or just generally causing havoc. There's something here for every mood and for every time slot. You know, sometimes when it's just been one of those days and someone needs to get it. Who better than a random NPC just minding their own business? One swing and a satisfying crunch and I'm
instantly feeling better about being me.
At 2, it's the details. Now this was nearly number 1, but you'll see why it wasn't in a minute. I love the details and they're everywhere. It starts with things like the names, and they may seem random, but some of them have really subtle origins. Like the Izzy Classic, my favourite car both in the game and in real life, named after Sir Alec Izagonis, who penned the original Mini on which the car is based. Then you've got the Shafter, based on the Mercedes E-Class, the car of choice for every photocopier and insurance salesman in the 2010s. So what better name than a Shafter? The same goes for the Obey tailgater, and if you drive an Audi, just stop it. You know what you're doing, it's not big and it's not clever. Even the Valkyrie, named after the scene in Apocalypse Now where a fleet of Hueys flies across to Wagner's The Rise of the Valkyries. Then you have the ridiculous Brands, E-Cola, Sprunk, Fleecerbank, and you can't forget Rusty Brown's Ring Donuts. You have a very long soundtrack and hours of just ridiculous talk radio. These details make for such a rich and vibrant world that feels realistic where it needs to, and ridiculous where it needs to. So for as much as we can criticise Rockstar's commercial decisions, and I'm looking at you, Definitive Edition, I'm looking right at you, you have to give them props for their world building. And at number 1, it's the people, and that means you lot. I've only been doing this channel for a few months, and I've already met some really cool people. Just look in the comments, everyone is so nice, and that's why I keep doing this. I mean, don't tell anyone, but I think you're all lovely, but keep that to yourself, yeah, because I've got a reputation to uphold, you know. It's the same in the subreddit. From the outside, GTA Online is perceived to be an incredibly toxic game and environment. I thought that too before I started these videos, but once you're in, and you've learnt how to do this, you'll quickly see that a really strong community is formed from people who just enjoy the game and like to help each other. Yes, the griefers still get a lot of attention, but they do occasionally give you moments like this. So thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed this, and watch out for the next instalment that will be out in a few days.